Hello, Leo. Welcome to your weekly energy reading. So, these readings are not date specific, so whenever you run across them, hope that something in them will resonate. You can also check out your rising, your moon, and your Venus sign. So, these are general readings, and take what resonates and let everything else go. So what we'll be doing is looking at your energy for this week. I'll pick 2 cards to look at what will be going on with you this week. 2 cards for your challenges. 2 cards for things that you might want to consider. And the last 2 cards would be your best course of action. So let's see what we've got going for Leos this week. What do we have for all of the Leos out there? What do we have for our Leos this week? What energies are coming towards them? What do we have for Leo? Okay. All right. What's coming towards you this week? Oh, we've got death. And what else is going on with you right now? And the Knight of Cups. Ooh, interesting. What are your challenges this week? 5 of Pentacles and 10 of Swords. Oh. All right. Things you may want to consider this week. 3 of Wands and the Devil and your best course of action. 7 of Swords and this one was coming out, the Hermit. And for the bottom of the deck, we have the 2 of Wands. All right, Leos. Interesting. Look at these. That's always a little strange when these 2 show up right next to each other in a reading. So, what's going on with you this week, Leo? This could be a Scorpio person. We have death here. So this again is about transformation and rebirth after letting go of something. So there might be something this week going on with you. Could be in an area of a relationship or it's work, whatever it is that you're focusing on, is that something is about to come to a close. And it's not necessarily a relationship, I don't feel, but it may be an aspect of one of these things. So don't fear that you're going to need to quit your job or break up with your partner. This could just be that this feels to me more like an aspect of something surrounding those 2 things, like a belief or a certain way you've been seeing things. So if you've noticed any kind of recurring patterns or you've had some things come up lately where you find yourself in the same emotional space where you're just not feeling very happy, and you might even be in that place where you say, I can't believe this is happening again. It's almost like I'm seeing Groundhog Day, and that just repeated itself until they figured out what was at the root of it, what was causing it. So the universe will just bring around more of the same until we just reach a point where we say, God, enough of this already. I'm watching the same movie every day and I don't like what I'm seeing. I don't like how I'm feeling. So maybe if I change something within, something on the outside is going to be very different. So we can't always change those outer aspects, but we can look at our inner aspects. So this looks like you might need to be open to letting something go this week. So what else is going on with you? The Knight of Cups. So this looks like this is water energy, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. And it looks like there are some kind of offers that are coming to you. The Knights are the messengers, and this messenger is moving along not like the Swords, not like the Wands, and certainly not like the Pentacles, because that's the slowest move. But this is sort of an easy, gentle pace, and it looks like somebody is reaching out to you with an offer of companionship, love, help, emotional support, and this might be somebody that you already know that's kind of been out on the edge, and they're sort of stepping forward and surprising you and giving you something in the realm of love and friendship that you didn't quite expect to see. So this feels to me like some kind of a surprise connection. So keep your eyes out for that. All right. Challenge this week. Oh, Five of Pentacles. This is the earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is the something awful. Something has not gone well. I feel like this is a disappointment in some kind, some realm, either in a relationship or a personal one, or with somebody at work or with a family member, a disagreement of some kind, people looking at things from different viewpoints, and it's a stalemate. Nobody wants to budge. Nobody's willing to budge, and this is really upsetting. I mean, Leo, this is past the point. This isn't anger. This is almost despair, because this person is just not going to change their point of view, and you don't really know what else to do. And now you're sort of are sulking, and you're kind of sad because of this disappointment and this hurt. Another challenge too. Wow, God, that goes right along with the Five of Pentacles. So Ten of Swords, air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So you might be dealing with that person or someone with a lot of that in their chart. And this one, it's never a pleasant card to see. It's like hitting rock bottom, and this has to do with this. These cards are really pretty much a matching energy, but don't lose hope. This indicates that it has probably pretty much bottomed out. You know, this has proven to be a big disappointment. You've had a lot of thoughts about it. You thought you could trust this person and rely on them, and they really didn't come through for you. And this doesn't feel like the first time. Like you've given them too many chances, and they blew it again. And here you are, and now you legitimately feel like you've been stabbed in the back, because you've given them every opportunity to come around, look at things differently, or be a little bit more open to what you have brought to the table, but they're not willing to do that. So the only plus thing about this is, like, it looks like probably the worst is over. And as awful as it is to think, I saw something a few years ago, which every time somebody did something that left me feeling just despair or just utter disappointment or shock, like I cannot believe that person behaved like that or did that thing or said that thing to me, is not to take it personally and realize that they're just reacting from something from their past. And you can keep giving them more chances, but actually that whole phrase of when someone shows you who they really are, thank them and believe them. So if they do something that's really rotten, if you've seen it once, that's rough. If they repeat that behavior again, then they are actually, that part of them unconsciously is speaking out to you, telling you about what they're really going to do. And if they keep doing it, there's a very, very huge chance that they are not going to change, because they just don't have that awareness that they're even doing it. But you can see it. It feels awful, but also it brings a sense of relief, because now you can get up and move on. All right, things to consider. The Three of Wands, a fire energy, Aries, Sag, or Leo. So this is, you've been looking out, trying to figure out what to do next, where to go next, and get it all sorted. So be open to your intuition. And the Two of Wands is like gathering information, looking to see what's out there. The Three is all about more has actually come to you, and you're starting to create a more stable foundation. So you got that triangle, which is has more stability than just the two. Got a firm grip on this one, but still open to additional information that is coming through. So Keep your eyes out for what's coming towards you from a distance. Information, messages, messengers, and I feel like this is something that's going to be very helpful for you. What else to consider? Ooh, the devil. This is all, it's Capricorn energy, somebody with Capricorn in their chart. This feels to me like somebody is really hooked into a behavior of, a pattern of behavior that they just can't quite come around to recognize what they're doing. They are just so deeply mired in it that it has been caught up by them. You know, they see it as part of their identity. And it really isn't, but people can label themselves that, and it just ends up spiraling out of control. Because this could be somebody that has a lot of self-loathing, self-hatred. They are dealing with an addiction of some kind. It's negative thinking, pessimism. This feels like tuning into the negative energies, and this person feels like somehow, you know, with Leo's card is the sun, and it's all about optimism and joy and buoyancy and enthusiasm, excitement, and just like, bam, I'm here, and this is great, and I'm finding everything that's wonderful. And this person just feels like some sad person on the side that can't stand it, that you're going through this change. And they don't like your new way of thinking, and they have tried repeatedly to squash you with their negativity, their pessimism, their quote-unquote helpful advice. You know, this is real, and what you're doing is delusional and not real. Or my favorite, you're in La La Land. They're not in a good place when they're deciding to read you the big riot act in negativity. So you might need to disengage from this person. Could be really tough because I feel like it's somebody you've been associated with for quite some time, not just a coworker that you can fluff off. But if you see somebody coming towards you, again, I love going back to one of my favorite books, Four Agreements. He says, be impeccable with your word. Let go of the need to give this person every thought you have about them, and disengage from their negativity, their energy, because it seems like their pattern is to draw you in. And I hear gaslighting. It's like they're going to claim they don't understand, and they're going to trick you into explaining yourself and defending yourself, and pretty soon you're ending up here where you feel bad. And then often this person now has actually fed off of that energy, and they no longer feel so rotten anymore, and so they flip it back on you and tell you that it's your fault. You were disrespectful, or you had a tone of voice. It wasn't what you said, it was how you said, or they can't believe you're being selfish or acting like this. And it leaves you just feeling baffled and confused, like, well, wait a minute, you attacked me, and now this has turned into, what? I did this? What? And you walk away, and they've got you right where they want you, in that place where you're questioning your sanity and wondering, like, what did I do and how do I fix this? So off they go. So this person does not have good intentions, and this is something you need to be very, very aware of, something you need to consider this week. So your best course of action, we've got the Seven of Swords, air energy, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So Leo, tapping into that air energy. This is all about keeping things close to you. Don't reveal everything to this other person, because they don't have very good intentions towards you. And you can be very vulnerable because, like the child on that sun card, there's a childlike playfulness, there's a trusting, but people can take advantage of that. And this is telling you to just slip away quietly and keep your information to yourself. And on the flip side, if it is the other person, if it is this person right here, they are withholding information from you. And that's not something you want to have happen. So a good thing to do would be, oh, look at this next card. Perfect. The Hermit card, the Virgo card. So this is all about if they're being secretive and they're sneaking off and you want to know, do not stalk them on social media. Don't go spying. Don't go asking, because you have a much more reliable source of information, and that is going inside. And Leo needs some time to retreat. You need to disappear yourself. Go someplace where you feel safe, where you feel good, where you can be all by yourself with your energies. Get yourself balanced and centered, and then ask those important questions. What do I need to know? What is this person withholding from me? What do I need to know to move ahead? What information can help me right now make the best of this situation for the highest good of all? So, this card is going to let you tune in to what's going on and help you get an advantage or to get sure footing. All right. The extra card over here is the Two of Wands, a fire energy, Aries, Sag, or Leo. And this is about, again, this is really helpful after the Virgo card. The introspection card is tune into your intuition. Look out. You've got the whole world in your hand. You have so many possibilities open to you that when you reach this place of clarity and peace, solutions will present themselves by asking the right kinds of questions. Which direction do I need to head in now to feel better? What do I need to do to help my relationship with this person improve? What can I do, or how can I change in order to improve this situation for the highest good? So you've got that world in your hand. I see oyster. The world is your oyster. And the oyster takes an irritating thing, a little piece of sand that gets in there. It's just small irritation, bigger, bigger, bigger. And you need to be like that oyster and put a protective coating around it so that it stops irritating you. Put a little bit of distance between it and just look at it that way. And that little irritation can actually become something quite beautiful in looking at a new way to do things, looking at a new path to go down, changing directions from a relationship that's not working or a work situation that no longer feeds your soul. You will know which thing it is for you. So take a cue from that oyster and take that irritating thing and transform it with your Leo strength and magic and make something beautiful out of it. All right, we're going to recap all of these. What's going on with you this week? Death card, a death, a transformation, a rebirth. Could be with Scorpio. But this is asking you to let go of something. You might need to let go of a person. But again, this feels more to me like a way of thinking or a belief system. But you know what it is going to be for you if this resonates. So if it keeps repeating again and again and again, it's like a Groundhog Day and it's causing you a lot of suffering. Think about what you can do to change that. Offers of love are coming your way, support, friendship, caring from a partner or someone else close to you. And remember, you also, whatever you give out will come back to you manyfold. So even if you feel cut off and isolated, reach out to others, and all the love you give out will come back. Challenge, the Five of Pentacles. Somebody has dealt a huge blow and you're feeling in despair, but remember, it's very temporary. And you're not alone. Call out for that divine guidance, wisdom, and assistance, and you can actually feel. And this can show up in the form of feathers or coins or with me, I actually have physical sensations on my body. It feels like I felt pressure on my arm or pressure on the top of my head, and I get a tingling on the outside of on my skin, either on my scalp or on my legs. When I know the truth, when I realize something, it's just like a warm feeling spreading throughout. So ask for help. You have experienced something really rough, but now it's time to get up. You can pull all those swords out. You've really dealt with the worst, and you're still here. And that's a testimony to the Leo, to the Strength card that is your card, and the Sun, that times will brighten up. It's night, it's dark, but it will become day soon. There will be light on the situation. You'll have more awareness, tap into your intuition and your fire, and you'll know which way to go. Something to consider is holding on to the those intuitive hits that are coming in, and keeping your eye open for more information, messages coming through to you. Keep an eye out for this person that is causing a lot of pain. See the pattern where you've been caught in, where they've tricked you because of your caring and loving nature. All that fiery warmth, so step back from it, realize what they're doing, don't take it personally, be impeccable with your word as from the 4 agreements, and move on. Don't share anything with that person as much as you might want to. Keep your cards close to your chest, and also if somebody is withholding information and being sneaky, deceptive, lying, you have the Virgo card, which actually was on this side right here. It was like this. So that's asking you, get to your quiet place, ask those very important questions, and wait to see what comes to you. It could be in a song, a lyric, a poem, a word, a picture. You just don't know. It also could be when you're not in solitude anymore and you go out in the world, those signs are going to come to you. So keep your eyes open. And the last one is the 2 of Wands. The world is your oyster. Reach out and take that irritating thing that was bugging you, coat it with something, wrap it up, protect yourself, cover up that irritant, keep your eye out, and remember there are an infinite number of possibilities available to you. So, all right, Leo, looks like a great week ahead. Have a wonderful week and take care.